I want to make something very clear, ladies. You should be making money while you are asleep. We're building generational wealth, okay? We can't do that. We can't build the financial freedom that we want if we are not also generating income while we are asleep, okay? We can't always be actively working for it. So if you are not doing that, we have to fix that today, not tomorrow. Not next week, not 2027. We got to fix it today, okay? No excuses. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You should be making money while you are on these apps. Let's be real. A lot of you guys are on these apps for 5 hours, all day, all night long. You're posting, you're going live, but you're not making any money. If you're not generating income and building your business while you are on these apps, we have a serious problem that we have to fix today, not tomorrow, not Monday, not 2027, today, okay? Because listen to this. You only need one digital product in your store. Good morning. You only need one. And that one digital product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know that? Because my digital product business changed my life, okay? I've been doing this for 6 years full time, okay? And when I first started, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. And I learned a lot on my weight loss journey. I learned how to exercise, and I learned how to eat right. And I also fixed my mindset. So what I did was I took all that information that I learned on my weight loss journey and I put it in an ebook. And I sold that ebook on YouTube over and over and over and over again, okay? So what I need you to understand is this. You just need to sell what you already know. See, a lot of you guys overthink and you think you need all these products in your stores and you're trying to figure out, well, what should I sell? It's whatever you already know how to do. That's what you should sell. And don't sit here and say you don't know how to do anything, because that's a bold-faced lie. Okay, it's a bold-faced lie. There's something that you already know how to do, and whatever it is, that's what I need you to sell, okay? But the reason why you're not doing that yet, let's go ahead and be real this morning. It's because you live in fear. Poor baby. Poor thing. Fear on this live stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. That's what you've been doing. You've been running away from your brilliant ideas, your $1 million ideas, because you're so fearful of failing. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you. And so all of this fear that you have steals your dream life from you. Some of y'all gonna be like, it's not stealing my dream life. Yes, it is, because you've already done the manifestation board. You already know what kind of car you want to drive. You already know where you want to vacation. You already know what side of town you want to live on. You already know what you want your bank account to look like. You already know. But you're not doing it because fear, like I said, is stealing your dream life. Every single day that you live in fear is another day that you don't get to live the life that you truly desire. Clock it. So, good morning. We got to fix that today. We got to fix it today, all right? Now, what I want to know is this. Good morning, mama. Who on this live, be honest, is fed up of living paycheck to paycheck? Thank you. Good morning, everything digital. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. If you are fed up with it, you did it last year, you did it for years, and you're ready for something different, go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live is tired of their own BS. Let's go ahead and be real. You're the woman who always gives up before she even gets started. You're the woman who's always talking about what she's going to do and never do it. You're the woman who always has excuse after excuse as to why it can't get done. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Don't lie. Don't tell no bold-faced lies this morning. We're telling the truth, okay? And last but not least, what I want to know is this. Who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is, okay? If you don't have any idea or you only know a little bit, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. Good morning. Good morning. For those of y'all who have never seen my face before, my name is Coach Jazz. And on this live, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build your digital product from scratch, okay? From scratch to scratch. All right, I'm giving you a lot of information this morning. It would be in your best interest to write it down. I need you to write it down, okay? Because if I know anything about you, you are human and you're gonna forget. You always do. because life, and stress stresses, right? But if you write it down, if you take notes, then anything that I say this morning that you do happen to forget, you can still look at your notes and get it done. Because the key word of this live, ladies, is going to be execution. Good morning. Let me go ahead and turn the mirror off so y'all can see what I'm writing here. YouTube, I can't turn the mirror off, so y'all gonna have to see it backwards, okay? But TikTok, I can. The key word of this live is execution. We gotta execute. You are gonna hear me say this word 10 million times, okay? Because I need it to stick. Psychology has proven that the more you hear something, the more it sticks, and then it actually gets done. Ladies, we gotta execute. One of your biggest problems is you already take all the notes. You have archived the videos, you are in live after live, but you're not doing any of the things that you were taught. You're continuing to make excuses and procrastinate, talking about what you ain't got time for. We gotta execute. Just like you execute at your job to get your paycheck, we gotta execute the business. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, okay? So if you have your pen and paper in hand and you are ready for class to begin, go ahead and put ready in the chat. She said, tell them, listen, I can't make this up. And also, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share. Let's get the likes up, because listen, the more we interact with these lives, the more TikTok is gonna push these lives to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women are tired of their own BS. They're tired of starting, stopping too. They're tired of giving up. They're tired of being negative. They're tired of it not working for them too. They was ready to quit their job 2 years ago. They got the email in the drafts, ready to hit send, okay? So let's allow them the opportunity to find this live as well, okay? One more thing before we get started, I need you guys to remember this. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. They need to get out their own way, yes. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. I tell you guys all of the time, you have things going on in your pretty head of yours that's holding you back. This is a you problem that we have to fix. Because you can do this. Let's just be real. I know some of y'all don't think so. I know some of y'all think it's so hard, but I am here to tell you this. You are more than capable. But in order to actually get it done, we got to get out of our head. We got to stop overthinking. We got to stop not prioritizing ourselves. We got to stop making excuses. We just got to stop. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Good morning. What is a digital product and how will we build the business? Okay, good morning. So a digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it. It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? You are going to create something to sell. And it could be anything. I told you guys a few minutes ago, there's something that you already know how to do. Stop overthinking. When I first started, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. So I sold a weight loss ebook teaching people how to lose weight, how to eat better, how to exercise, how to fix their mindset around food. Okay? So think about what you already know and sell that. Maybe you're a really good mother. You can make an ebook teaching people how to be better parents. Okay? Anything at all right? And it does not have to be an ebook. You could do e-courses, you could do a private community, workbooks, journals, affirmation guides, literally whatever you want. I can't make this up. I just need you to sell, okay? I just need you to get it done. Now, I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps. Good morning. 2 apps. And these apps will change your entire life if and only if you actually use them, okay? So we gotta execute. We gotta execute. I've been told that my life story will be the best thing to sell. Yes, absolutely, amen, yes. These are great ideas, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, and for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. I am teaching you guys how to build your online business from scratch, but most importantly, how to build ourselves. How to build our confidence. How to build our discipline. How to build our accountability. How to set new standards for our life. So that whole people-pleasing nonsense that we love to do, slicing and dicing. That putting other people before you all of the time, slicing and dicing. No. Can't keep doing that because it's not getting us anywhere. Okay. Good morning, good morning. App number 1, make sure you guys write this down. Canva, thank you. C-A-N-V-A. Good morning, good morning. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Write it down, write it down. This is app number 1. You and Canva are gonna be locked in. So some of y'all have already downloaded this app, but you're not using it, okay? I need you to use it. Now, maybe you do wanna create content. Canva has thousands of video templates on there for Instagram and TikTok Reels, okay? Maybe you want to create your YouTube channel. I tell you guys every morning to start a YouTube channel, okay? Maybe you're gonna listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates on there. And the thumbnails are just those pictures that you see before you actually click on the video. This is what draws people's attention to your video, okay? Canva has thousands of templates on there and it's really easy to use. They're already pre-made, you just drag and drop. It's simple. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook. That's what I'm gonna teach you guys how to make this morning. And you want to look all professional. Great. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there for you, okay? All customizable. All right. Now, before we get into app number 2, I do want to speak to the woman on this live who is still living in fear. She's been living in fear for years. And I told you guys, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. Because you're saying things like, Jazz, I would love an online business. It sounds amazing, but I'm not tech savvy. What if I'm too old for this? What if it's too late for me? Diana, listen to me very closely. What I need you to understand is this, in all seriousness. You woke up this morning, okay? That's a blessing. Every day that we are blessed with another day means you were blessed with another opportunity to work on your goals. So use it. Number 2, you are very tech savvy. Don't come up on my live and tell no lies. Because you are on social media all day. Clock it. Yes, you are. You are liking, commenting, sharing, and archiving videos all day. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And for those of you guys who do think you're just too old, what did I tell you guys a few minutes ago? We are going to sell our knowledge. So if you are older, that means you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom. So you have a lot of things that you could be selling. So get to selling. Okay? I can't make this up. I don't want to hear it. We don't do excuses. We got to let those go because all those excuses that you have in your head is keeping you trapped. I can't make this up. No more excuses. Okay? For those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business. If I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, start double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share. YouTube, I see 25 people on here and only 4 thumbs up. Make it make sense. TikTok, let's go, like, comment, and share. Also, too, make sure you follow me so you do not lose me because they do steal my videos. And then they make fake accounts. And then they're gonna turn around and message you. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets, y'all, okay? All right, so app number 2, write it down. This is AI, ChatGPT, good morning. This is AI, and we will be using chat for everything. I can't make this up. So maybe you do wanna create content, but you just don't know what kind of videos to make? Fine, ask chat, he'll tell you. You said, I'm sorry though, only pictures and captions. Pictures and captions for what? Maybe you do want to create your YouTube channel. You want to make videos, but you're a little camera shy. You don't know what to say? ChatGPT will script the entire video for you. Now all you got to do is say the words. Okay, let's go. I can't make this up. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to make this morning, but you just don't know what to put in it. What if I told you that ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, I cannot make this up. It has never been easier than today to start your online business, all right? Now I gave you Canva, I gave you ChatGPT. Now we're gonna put it together and write it. Can I sell those products through only pictures and captions? What do you mean? Like your reels? Now, if you're ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Make sure you guys are taking notes, because if I know anything about you, you are human. Life, stresses, and you're gonna forget like you always do. So take notes so that we can execute and still get it done, okay? Go ahead and put ready in the chat. Where you at? I see so many people on here and nobody's saying ready, but for a couple of ladies, make it make sense. I am not alone in my sadness. For those of you guys who are struggling with sadness, let me ask you this. How many things do you do every single day for you? How many things do you do for you? Some of y'all, the answer is never, nothing, zero. That's a problem, okay? How we feel about ourselves determines how we show up for ourselves. So when you don't do anything for yourself, you're gonna feel bad. And when you feel bad about yourself, you can't do good things for yourself. So we have to fix that. Starting today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. I want you to dedicate doing something for you, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 hours, I don't give a damn. Instead of you scrolling on social media all day, every day, watching other people's lives, I want you to start creating your dream life. So I want you to think about what are things that you love to do, and I want you to make sure you do something off of that list today. Because when we start doing more things for ourselves that we truly enjoy, we start to feel good about ourselves. And then when you feel good, you do good. Okay? All right. You're gonna open up ChatGPT. You're gonna type this in. Prompt number 1, write this down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Y'all better get to writing. Y'all better get to writing. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, please put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed. How can we execute if we don't know what we're doing? Because you know you're gonna forget. You always do. So please let me know that you got that. I see about 75 people across all 3 lives. I should see more than Save telling me that they got that, because the math ain't math. And good morning. Also too, you guys, for those of you guys who are entering, Glow Up Academy is open right now, okay? And it is this space where we don't just create content, we're building structure. So for those of you guys who are confused about what to do and when to do it, that's what you have me for. I give you the structure, I give you the clarity, and I hold you accountable so you can stop always starting and stopping. Stop. Just stop. Okay? Click the link in my bio. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. I need to see more got that's in the chat. Let's go, ladies. Talk to me. Let me know that you are here and that you are present. The more we interact with these lives, the more TikTok is going to push this live and YouTube to more people. Believe it or not, a lot of ladies are tired of living paycheck to paycheck. They did that last year. They're ready for abundance. They want to take a vacation too. Okay, so just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. So start thumbs upping, liking, commenting, all of the things. I have the power to create the life I want. I am waiting for some more got that's. Thank you, Shantae. I have the power to create the life I want. Amen, amen. You can do whatever you want to do. This is why I told you guys a few minutes ago, we need to start doing things that we enjoy doing. Because now you are creating a life that you truly love. And when you truly love your life, you don't have to sit around and watch other people's lives. Okay. You're gonna hit enter. You are going to hit enter. Y'all got that? Very good. You're going to hit enter. Now, before we move any forward, I need you guys to write this word down. This says consistent. Good morning. Write it down. And then I want you to underline it. And then I want you to circle it. Because in 2026, starting today, we are going to lock in on the true definition of the meaning of consistent. Because a lot of y'all are very confused. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think consistent means once in a while. If I have time. If I'm not sleepy. No. Consistent means more often than not. So, if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7. I need you to be working on your business and your content consistently. That's the only way any of this is going to happen. And I didn't sit here and say you got to spend 10 hours a day. That is not what I said. But what I did say was you do need to be making time for your business. If you have time to scroll on social media and watch my lives and watch my videos and everybody else's videos, you have time to do something for yourself. I don't want to hear it. If you have time to be caught up with Love Island, then you have time to work on your business. We have got to be consistent with our content, our business, and any of the goals that you have for your life so that it actually gets done. Just like you have to consistently go to work to consistently get a paycheck. You go to work more often than not, correct? If you work 5 days a week, you go to work more often than not, consistently. The same applies to your business. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, let's make consistency easy because life is hard enough. Life is lifing and stress is stressing and them bills is coming in, child. So let's go ahead and make it easy. Ladies, it is so much easier to be consistent when you choose things off of the list that ChatGPT gave you that you actually like. Ladies, let me tell you this. When you get to wake up every day doing what you love to do, you have this new energy on you because you're genuinely happy and it radiates through you. The way you see the world becomes so different, all because your day is structured around things that you truly enjoy. It is so much easier to be consistent when you do things that you like, because when you do things that you like, it doesn't feel like work. And when things don't feel like work, you're more likely to do it. And now you are building a dream life for you because you get up every day doing what you love to do. You can monetize anything. I don't care how stupid you think your idea is. I don't care how far-fetched you think it is. I'm here to tell you it's not. Because you see the darndest things on the internet now. So don't even give me that. Your idea will make money if you are consistent. You gotta be consistent, okay? I can't make this up. For my ladies who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. You know this is true. Isn't it so much easier to consistently eat healthy foods when you eat healthy foods that you like? Yeah. Isn't it so much easier to consistently be active when you do activities that you actually like? Yes. Yes, it is. So please do yourself a favor and only pick something off of that list that you truly love. I want you to ask yourself, is this something I could talk about all day long if I could? If the answer is yes, that's what I need you to do, okay? I also need you to write this down. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I say on this live, you better remember this. Write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down, please. Money flows where energy goes. If you are anything like who I used to be, you are giving all of your energy to any and everybody. You are an energy vending machine. You are giving all of your energy to your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, your sneaky link. You are giving all of your energy to your kids. You are giving all of your energy to your job, your co-workers. You are giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all of your energy to your family. You're giving all of your energy to celebrity gossip. And by the time you sit down to do something for yourself, you can't. You can't. Because you don't have any energy left. Because you gave it all away. We got to reel that on in. Half of the time, these people that you're giving all your energy to, they don't even reciprocate it back to you. Because if they truly did, you wouldn't be feeling irritated, frustrated, and drained. I need you to start telling people no. That is going to be the boundary in 2026. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. You don't need to explain anything. The answer is no. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to do something for yourself. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to spend a few minutes doing something for you. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit on the phone and listen to her problems. It makes you human. You matter too. Your happiness is important too. We have got to start being more stingy with our energy. No, I cannot loan you any money. That is money I could be using for me and my business. No, I cannot give you a ride. That is time I could be spending on my business. No. I cannot sit on the phone and listen to your problems. I got to fix my own. The answer is no. When you start telling people no, you start preserving your energy. And now you actually have energy to do something for you, which is build the business that you've been wanting for years. The problem is, too many of us try to pour from an empty cup. Your cup has been empty for years. There is nothing left. You cannot pour into others until you are on overflow. But you're not on overflow because there's things about your life that you are not happy with. So we got to fix it. So you need to start telling people no. And don't feel bad about it. They're grown-ass adults. They'll figure it out. Okay? Okay. Prompt number 2. Good morning. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business from scratch. So y'all got prompt number 1. Prompt number 2. Once you choose a digital product idea you want to use, you will type this in. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good morning. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed. The key word of this live is execution. How can we execute if we don't even know what we're doing? Let me know you got that. Let me know that you're here and present. I see lots of people on these lives. I should see some got that's in the chat. Don't you dare wait 10 minutes later and say, Jazz, can you repeat? No. Because you could have had it repeated now, but you chose not to take advantage of the opportunity that was presented to you, which is fine. You don't have to. But that just lets me know you don't really care. And that's fine. But then why should I? Good morning. Put got that in the chat. Let's go. I'm waiting for some got that's, ladies. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. Progress is to make small steps towards big goals. See, when was the last time you ever celebrated yourself for anything that you have done? When was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? To me, I don't even know. That's a problem. And then you get down on yourself because you never tell yourself that you're amazing, that you can do good things. You never say these nice things to yourself. But let's change that. Let's change that. Every day that you do something, no matter how big or how small, towards the goal, understand that that is progress. And I need you to celebrate yourself for that. That don't mean go take some shots and go eat some food, but tell yourself good job. Say, wow, I was tired, but I still posted my content today. I didn't feel like it, but I still worked on my ebook today. I'm proud of myself for that because I could have gave up, but I chose not to. Now you're reinforcing yourself. You're making yourself feel good. And what did I say? When you feel good, you do good. I can't make this up. Very good, y'all got that. Now you're gonna hit enter. This is what I mean by it has never been easier than today to build your or to create your ebook, build your online business, because ChatGPT literally wrote the ebook for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. That's it, okay? You will copy what Chat gave you and paste it into Canva. So open up the Canva app. In the search, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's gonna give you thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. They're all 1000% customizable, okay? You will copy and paste. Now, for my ladies who are overthinkers, you overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and it's not getting you anywhere. So stop. I need you to write this down. KISS, good morning, KISS. This is an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Stop overthinking because it's not getting you anywhere. Just make sure your ebook is clean, simple, and legible. That's all I need you to do. Clean, simple, legible, okay? When you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. PDF. When you finish downloading it, you will upload it to your hosting site. Please write these down. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. If you've got all of that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. And these are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty of more out there. These are some of the most popular ones. And you only need one of these. You don't need to put your product on all 5. No, just choose one. Let me know you got that and that you are present and that you are here. Ladies, let me tell you this. There is nothing that you cannot do. The only limitation on your greatness is the limitation that you set on yourself. You have things going on in this pretty head of yours that's holding you back. You watch live after live. You watch YouTube video after YouTube video. You watch reel after reel trying to make sense of internet money. But what you haven't done is fix yourself. Because you are holding you back. You can watch all the reels you want. But if you don't even believe that you are worthy of success, you're not going to do anything that they're talking about. You can watch all the lives you want. But if you do not learn how to prioritize yourself and put yourself first, you're not going to do anything that anyone's talking about. Because you're still going to people please and always do for others and never do for yourself. You are holding yourself back. This is a you problem that we have to fix today. not tomorrow, not 2027, today. It's got to get fixed today. Okay? Now, y'all got all these: Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Now, let me tell you this. I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great. But Stan is very expensive. Stan is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that yet, okay? If you are brand new to all of this, I don't want you starting on Stan. Instead, I want you to start on Gumroad. Good morning, Gumroad, Gumroad. Mimi said, so true. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I can't make that up. Gumroad only charges you a percentage of every sale. It charges you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you do not have to spend it. That's a great place to start. Now, what I know is you're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. So when you do start making money, then I want you to transfer everything over to Stan. Because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. Buy now and pay later is taking over. So Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm, there's so many. They are taking over. People are using buy now, pay later more than they are using credit cards. And no, it's not just poor people. Get that out your head. Six-figure earners are using buy now, pay later options too. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your sites, you will make more. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad. You will build your business and you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? Okay. So what we just did was we just made the ebook, okay? We took Canva, we took ChatGPT, we put it together and we wrote it, and then we uploaded it. And now we have to sell it. We got to sell it. I'm going to be honest. Sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half, okay? So we got to get this right, where there won't be a business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours. No, it should not. Respectfully, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And on this live, I don't care how old you are. I don't give a damn. Age ain't nothing but a number. If you are alive, you can do all of these things. You cannot convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. No, it does not. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to get this done, we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know, you want to be perfect. You're a perfectionist, right? So everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who will waste 6 months of her life just to overthink her brilliant idea and second guess her greatness. And then when you do decide to get started, you're going to take things out, put things back, overanalyze, have OCD about the whole thing, get frustrated and give up on it again. And then you're going to let 3 more months go by that you will never get back. And then when you decide to start yet again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, these are not business owners. And these are not even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what people think of you. And then when they tell you, you listen. And you care. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you still haven't done shit. You haven't made no product. You have not posted no content. You have not made no sales. You have not reached any of your other life goals. You poor thing. Listen, I know. I used to be the same way. I know. I am going to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. You are not perfect. No, you are not. I'm not perfect either. None of us are. We are all perfectly imperfect. See, what you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. And what do we say fear stood for on this live? Fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant idea. You are running away from your $1 million idea because you're so fearful of putting yourself out there, trying something new and failing. You are so fearful of doing something for yourself and people laughing at you and talking about you. And so you hold on to all this fear. If you want to dig even deeper into why we even hold on to the fear, is because we are self-sabotaging. That's what all this is. All of this fear that you have, all these excuses that you make, all this procrastination that you do, this is all self-sabotage. Why do I keep telling you you have things going on in your pretty head that's holding you back? This is you. You are doing this to yourself. And the reason why we self-sabotage in the first place is because we have fragile little egos. And you cannot handle the feeling of feeling disappointed in yourself if it doesn't work. Putting yourself out there, trying something new and it failing, and now you feel disappointed in yourself. So to avoid feeling disappointed, you make up excuses, you live in fear, you talk about what you can't do before you even tried, you prioritize others so you don't have to prioritize yourself and actually get something done. This is all self-sabotage. But it's time to take a new path. Because this path that we're on isn't getting us anywhere. You already said that you hated your job. That's what you said. You said you were fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. You've been doing that for some years and you want out. You already said you were tired of not having confidence in yourself. You're tired of not putting yourself first. You're tired of people pleasing. These are things that you said. But every day that you live like that is another day that you are still living in disappointment. Because there's still things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And I am here to help you fix it. But we cannot fix it if we do not change it. Watch all the videos you want. But at the end of the day, you got to change you. Go ahead and archive all the reels you want. But at the end of the day, you have to change you. You're doing everything except the one thing that will change your life, which is change. You can have notebook on top of notebook on top of notebook. But the reason why it's not getting done is because you have refused to change. We got to fix it. We got to fix it. I need you to just launch the product. Because it will never be perfect. I don't care if you spend 10 more years on it. It will still not be perfect. So you will launch it as is. And I need you to understand and understand that the more you do something, the better it will get along the way. The more content you put out, the better the content will get along the way. The more products you release, the better the products will get along the way. But it will still never be perfect. So let it go. Because every day that you refuse to not launch the ebook is another day that you live a life you're not 1000% happy with. How can we bring more money into the household and stop living paycheck to paycheck if there's no business that's selling anything? You can't. You can't. How can customers buy your stuff if there's no stuff? They can't. They can't. So you're going to have to launch. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. Today, Netflix is $1 billion company. But it was not always. No. They did not always have a fancy Netflix app. They were not always doing comedy specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. They did not have their own original movies and series. And they damn sure weren't doing WWE pay-per-view. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You had to make a list of all the movies you wanted to see. And these movies were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of that list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie off your list, you had to mail that one back. They did not wait to be perfect to launch. They did not wait for the fanciest technology to launch. They did not wait for all of the funding to launch. They launched with what they had. And the more they showed up, the more they kept going, the better it got. Some of y'all, and I used to be the same way, have an ego problem. But we're gonna have to reel that ego on in, son. Because I don't know why you think that you're above Netflix and that you can skip the messy middle and you ain't gotta go through all that. But baby girl, no. Reel the ego in and understand that if Netflix had to have a messy middle, so do you. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you are distracted as fuck. I have already accepted the fact that I am not the coach and I am not the mentor for everybody. Because believe it or not, most people do not want to hear the truth. Most people would rather run from the truth, which is why you run from one live to another and one YouTube video to another. Because deep down inside, you are trying to avoid the truth. But the truth will set you free. And I'm here to help you fix it. See, when you get off of work, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you actually had some confidence in yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekends, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you finally have some confidence. But you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours late at night when your children are asleep. You could work on your business and reaching your goals so you can finally stop living paycheck to paycheck and build the life that you've always wanted for yourself. But no, you'd rather not. You would rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And all of these distractions that we do is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason that you're trying to escape is because there's things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being grown woman and fixing it, yeah, I said it, fixing it, you run from it. But I think it's time to take a new path. Because the path that we're on is not getting us anywhere. The content is not contenting. The sales are not salesing. The business is not businessing. The confidence is -50 and the self-respect is out the door because you talk to yourself crazy and you let other people talk to you even crazier. It's time to do something different. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. It's not working. So let's fix it. Let's change. Instead of trying to escape a life that you are not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what you're going to do today, not tomorrow, not Monday, not 2027, today. You are going to turn the TV off. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you do not need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to start your product and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know how you do. You never come back. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, there is no point in even talking about sales if you do not have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share. I see 32 people on YouTube. Let's get the thumbs up. Let's go, ladies. Let's go. Let's go. So we just finished talking about creating the product. Now we have to sell it. And I told you a few minutes ago, sales is 80% of the business. So we got to get this right or there will not be a business. Now I'm going to always be honest with you. Sales is where most people fail. Right here at sales. Okay. And it's not because sales is hard. So get that out your head. Sales is actually very easy. But people's mindset in regards to sales, the things that they think about sales, is what makes sales so hard for them. So in order to actually sell something, we have to fix our mindset about sales. See, some of y'all think that if you talk about your product too much, people will unfollow you. You don't want people to think that you're begging them for money. You don't want to be annoying. Okay. We got to fix our mindset about sales. First of all, selling is not begging. Let's be very clear. People have a problem and you have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So get that out of your head right now. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to remind people consistently about your products and services because people will forget. Ladies, people are being bombarded with content from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, and they're living their own lives. Lives for everyone. Stressors for everyone. They're not thinking about you. People are going to forget. You have to remind them over and over again so they can even begin to remember. Why do you think I keep telling you guys the keyword of this live is execution? I keep repeating myself. Why? So that it sticks. The more you hear it, the more you remember. And because you're going to forget. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes? Because I already said, you're human and you're gonna forget. So write it down. People are gonna forget. So you have to consistently remind them. That's the only way that they're gonna even begin to remember who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. All of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money with today remind you consistently that they exist. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We are well aware. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription to utilize 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. And even though we all know who they are, and most of us spend money with them every single month, they still remind you that they exist. How? Those damn Amazon trucks. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing one. They're everywhere. They could have left the trucks blank. They could have kept them white. They didn't have to paint them blue and put their logo on it, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see one of those trucks, which is all day, your brain remembers Amazon. Look at their packages. You can't even go down a neighborhood without seeing Amazon boxes. You can't even enter into a mail room without seeing Amazon packages all over the wall. You can't even go to your dentist without seeing an Amazon package behind the counter. They could have left those boxes blank. They didn't have to put their logo on the packing tape, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every single time you see one of their packages, which is all day, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you think they're really worried about you unsubscribing from Prime because they're being annoying? Do you really think that they think that they're begging you for money? No. They know you're not going nowhere. How do they know that? Because they've solved your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience. We all do. So every month, you will continue to pay for that 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping, and they will continuously remind you all day that they exist. You're not going nowhere. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I have been on these internet streets for 6 years, full time, okay? You might have found me on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently and talk about Glow Up Academy and not worry about people thinking I'm begging them for money? Or people unfollowing me because I'm doing too much? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them all inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to become more confident in themselves and more disciplined so that it actually gets done and they stop getting in their own way. I teach them that inside of Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to be held accountable and actually follow through with the promises they make to themselves. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. If people unfollow me because I'm talking about it too much, honestly, I don't give a damn. That just means they weren't ready to glow up. And they'll come back when they're ready. They always do. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, ladies, you're gonna have to have the same energy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business. Go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. I do want to address the elephant in the room, which is failing. So many of you guys want an online business so badly, but you are terrified of failing That word has you in a chokehold and you are frozen stuck. But what if I told you that a lot of you are confused as to what failing even means? So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think failing means if you post your first YouTube video and you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire by the end of the month, then you failed. And some of y'all think that if you create your first TikTok account and you don't get 10,000 views in 10 minutes, then you failed. But that's not failing. That's not failing. See, failing only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. Well, that is when you have officially failed. But if every day you just commit to doing something towards the goal, getting a little bit better today than you were yesterday, then that's not failing. Because every day you're still showing up, you're still trying, you're still committed, you're still giving it all you got. Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you record a 30-second TikTok video? Maybe yesterday you came up with a whole bunch of excuses as to why you can't do it. How about today you list 5 reasons as to why you can? Maybe yesterday you didn't move your body at all. How about today we get 5K steps in? Seriously. Every day that you just do something towards your goal, you're still showing up. You're still trying. That's not failing. That is not failing. One thing I've noticed about us people, society, is we have become entitled. And we don't even realize that we're entitled. A lot of times, we tend to set these unrealistic expectations on when we think something should happen because our entitled mindset said it should, and that's how it's supposed to be. And if it doesn't happen in the time frame in which I set, then I failed. But who told you that? Like, where did you get this number from? That's entitlement. Because the results always come. They always come. But the problem is people give up before the results get here. So my ladies who have lost weight, I've lost 100 pounds. You know this is true. If you consistently eat less food and you consistently move your body, don't you eventually get to your goal weight? Yeah. Yeah, you do. You sure do. So why would business be any different? It's not. If you consistently show up and consistently post your content, you will eventually get the dollar amount that you want. So for all my people on this live who are so terrified of failing, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Okay? All right, I don't want to hear nothing about failing no more. Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king. And distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. So let's break this down so it makes sense. Okay, let's start with the content is king part. All right, so content is just anything that we upload. So pictures, story posts, reels, if you go live, if you if you create long form YouTube videos, if you're on Threads or Twitter and you're typing statuses, all of that is content. All of it is content, okay? Content is king because the content is how we're gonna get the word out about our products and services and how we can help people, okay? So we're gonna make videos explaining what we do, how our products will help them, all the things. And yes, all this you can do faceless, it doesn't matter, okay? Now, content is king because I told you guys, people are going to forget. So you have to remind people consistently so they remember. But I also want you guys to understand this too. We're going to crawl before we walk and walk before we run. Maybe you're not posting at all. Maybe you're camera shy, for instance. Fine. You should still not feel overwhelmed because your starting point is just different. What I want you to do is be in front of the camera multiple times a day for 30-second, 2-minute increments, whatever. And don't sit here and say you don't have time. That's a lie because you're scrolling on social media for hours. You have time. Don't play with me. You will sit in front of your phone, not to post, but just to record. Because the more you're in front of the camera, just talking to it, you start to become more relaxed, and then you are no longer camera shy, and now you no longer feel awkward. Okay? So once you get comfortable being in front of the camera, now we're gonna commit to recording and posting a 20-second TikTok video once a week. Once you are comfortable with that, you have integrated that into your life, you will now up it to 2. Then you'll up it to 3, and then so on and so forth, okay? So never forget, you will never feel overwhelmed because we crawl before we walk, and we're walking before we run, all right? But just know, content is king. Now, the distribution is queen part. Not only will we be posting consistently, we also need to be building at least 3 platforms. Bare minimum of 3, okay? Well, why 3, Jazz? Because 1 is too close to none. 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You'd be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket, and the US decides to ban it, like they did last year, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out, like all of the other TikTokers who only had a TikTok account. I always teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we are not reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready. And no, it is not hard to build 3. Get out your head, please, because the same exact video that you put on TikTok, you'll throw it on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, whatever. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. It's not hard. It is not hard. Now, which platform should you grow? That's up to you. That is up to you, okay? You have a lot of options. I always urge and encourage my students to start with the platform that they're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start a TikTok. Obviously, you like this app so much because you're always here. And then just choose 2 more. But I am going to let you know this in case you didn't know. Good morning. YouTube is the most watched platform. It is not TikTok. No, it is not. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. So I am going to always urge and encourage you. If everybody is watching YouTube, then I need you to be talking about your products and services on YouTube too. Yes. Okay? Now, before we move forward, I do want to speak to the woman on this live who is still living in fear. She knows who she is. She's quiet. She ain't saying too much. She taking notes though. She double tapping the screen. She's here, but she don't know. She's saying things like, Jazz, girl, I would love an online business. Oh my God, that would be amazing. But I don't know if I can do this. You want me to post content? I'm camera shy. You want me to make an ebook? I'm not tech savvy at all. This sounds hard. Okay. Well, before you run away like you always do, just listen. Just listen. The first thing I want you to know is this. I can't convince you of anything. I don't have the power to. So I'm not even going to try. If you want to believe that posting content consistently, even though you can do it faceless, is hard, then okay. Your feelings are valid. It's hard. If you want to believe that you cannot make an ebook that ChatGPT will write for you and Canva will make it look nice, fine. You're right. It's hard. Okay, it's hard. But I do want to remind you of this. Living a life that you are not 1000% happy with is also hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy with the way things are going for you right now is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck, robbing Patrice to pay Paula month after month is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more, you feel it in your spirit, but not living it is hard. And you live like that day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. One of the biggest things that I've noticed as women that we struggle with is our confidence. Our confidence has gotten so low where it is -50. And you don't even believe in yourself at all. When was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. And that's the problem. Because there were things that happened in your life. Because life's for everybody. There were things that took place in your life. And in those moments, in those dark moments, you did not think you would overcome it at all. You did not know how you were going to get through whatever you got through, but you did. You did. Because you're still here today. And despite overcoming all of the battles that you've overcome, you are sitting here today, doubting your ability to record and post a 20-second TikTok video and hit upload that you can also do faceless. Really, ladies? Really? Look at everything you have overcome. And you are doubting your abilities to copy words that chat wrote for you and paste it into a pre-made Canva template. Really, ladies? Really? That's fear. All of this is fear and lack of confidence. That's why I keep saying you have things going on in your pretty head that is holding you back. You can write all the notes. Go ahead and watch 50 more YouTube videos. Go ahead and spend 10 hours on TikTok lives today. But I promise you this, if you do not work on your confidence or lack thereof, it doesn't matter how many videos you watch, you are still not going to hit upload. You are still not going to do any of the things because you don't even believe that you are worthy of it. That is the real problem. There are people on these apps, and I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself, who are in worse off situations than you. And despite everything going on in their world, they are still showing up. They are still posting and they are still building their business. There are women on these apps with more children than you. And they are still finding the time to post. There are people on these apps who are always sick, cancer patients, sickle cell anemia, and they are always in the hospital. And despite everything that they have to deal with daily, they still find the strength to post. Let's be real. Some of y'all don't have half of those problems. Some of y'all might. And I'll give you grace. But some of y'all don't. You don't. And you know you're blessed. Yeah, you got complaints. Yeah, things aren't how you want them to be, but you know it could be worse. And if you see people who are in worse off situations than you getting it done, why can't you? Because of the fear that you refuse to let go of and the confidence that you refuse to build. That's why. That's why. Every day that you keep doing what you're doing is another day that you are not living your dream life. You already know what you want your life to look like. You know you want financial freedom. You know you want to take a vacation. You know you want to be able to have some money saved up for your kids. You know all of these things. You know what kind of car you want. You know what side of town you want to live on. You know, and you know. But every day that you do not launch that product, every day that you do not post that content, every day that you do not prioritize yourself is another day that you are not living the dream life that you know deep down inside you deserve. And my question for you is, how much longer are we going to keep doing what we're doing? Listen, my online business changed my entire life. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined. All from a cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. Selling fitness. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. I have freedom now. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have confidence now. I truly believe in myself. And I treat myself with respect. But before all of this, I lived a very, very different life. I used to work a 9 to 5. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. I used to be very depressed, miserable, very insecure. I used to be an alcoholic. See, I've been doing this for full time for 6 years. I started during COVID. But before COVID, life was completely different. See, I had bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college. They said to go get a 4-year degree And I'll be able to graduate and get a great job with benefits and stability. I'll make enough money to where I can take a few vacations a year. I'll be able to contribute extra to my 401k. And when I get too old to work, I'll still be able to retire in dignity and live out the rest of my years in peace. That's what they said. So I said, okay, let's live the American dream. I went off to college and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. Graduated at 23 years old. Within 6 months after graduation, got my first full-time dream job. Oh, I was so excited. Oh my God. They offered me $60,000 a year. I was 23, okay? That was more money than I had ever made in my entire life. I literally thought I was about to be rich, okay? So I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to do my own thing and be a grown woman. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. Listen, I used to have horrible spending habits, okay? We listen, we don't judge. But I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off. Title in hand, okay? It got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F. But it was very old. No leather seats. No push to start. No tablet in the dash. So I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life, right? Yeah. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. Top of the line. Cost me $450 a month. And we all know with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all of my bills, at the end of the month, your girl was broke. No trips. Couldn't afford it. Couldn't afford to put in no extra into my 401k. I was broke. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I thought it was fun and games. I was 23. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. I thought everybody had student loans. It's the American way. The government is not playing with you. They want their money back for them student loans. See, they'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They will not call. They will not send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe at that 6-month mark, they are sending letters to your house because they want to see your tax returns because they're going to tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to afford $400 a month. I called them so fast. I said, 400? Can I do 50? No, ma'am, no. 400, yeah. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every single month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I genuinely couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments off of some damn student loans. And just so you know, you cannot bankrupt those. And they will garnish your check. My credit dropped. 520. So my dreams of an American house not gonna happen for me. Who's gonna give me a mortgage loan with a 520? So I'm broke as hell. I have really bad credit. I had one last problem to top it all off. I hated my job. Nowhere in the American dream blueprint did they tell me I was gonna be miserable for 8+ hours a day, every day. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I grew up very sheltered in my early 20s. I was very naive. Okay, I know what was going on in the real world. I was living in my own fantasy world. And I thought people were kind and honest. You scratch their back, they scratch your back. That's how I thought the world operated. See, when I went into the interview, My supervisor told me that everyone was just one big old happy work family and they all just get along and they all love each other. So I went into the department believing that. I learned that in corporate America, people are fake. Don't believe nothing they talking about. Because they'll make friends with you and they will let you believe that they really like you and that they want the best for you, but that's not true. See, I learned that they will smile in your face. They will kiki and kaka with you in the break room. They will even text you off the clock. So they're not even getting paid to communicate with you, but they will text you and carry on full-blown conversations like they like you, but they don't. They will sit with you and do the Thanksgiving potlucks and the secret Santas for the holidays, but they don't like you. They will even invite you to their baby showers and their weddings so that you can meet their family, but they don't like you. They don't like you. They will hang out with you off of the clock, so they're not even getting paid to be around you. But they will go to happy hour with you and have a drink with you. But they don't like you. And best believe, when you and your work friends are all trying to get promoted, everything that you said is now in your manager's email. And you are now the most hated person at work. I was naive. I didn't know. I was 23 years old. I made friends with a woman who was 31. We were so close. She called me her little sister that she never had. That's what she said. And I believed her. And I shared so much about her. I shared so much about myself. I really thought we were friends and I could confide in her. Walked right into all of that. Walked right on in. I was miserable. And just so you know, I worked with all women and I was the youngest one there. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands of applications trying to get a new job. But nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit. And I hate my job. For the first time in my entire life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, then consider yourself extremely blessed. I would not wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life is not going to get no better. That's how it feels. You can try to have a positive mindset and be optimistic all you want, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. That's how trap feels. You could try to work some overtime or get a part-time job to catch up on some bills so you can stop being so damn stressed. But just when you start to have a little bit of money saved up, something always comes and slap you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got to dish out money for that. It is always something. You could try to pray about it, but it feels like God isn't listening. It really starts to feel like he's ignoring you because you still have the same problems and it feels like he's not fixing it. That's how trapped feels. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you cannot wake up from. I used to pull up at that job and sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. I used to bring my job home with me. You know what that means? So you've clocked out. You should be at home and spending time with your family and being happy, but you can't because all of the toxicity and the chaos that happened at work is still in your head. And now instead of you talking to your spouse about stuff that actually matters, you're talking to him about all of the drama at work and how they're trying to fire you. These people are living in your brain rent-free and you cannot escape. They have stolen your peace. I used to be so stressed out about bills, I couldn't even sleep. I started to have anxiety. I never had anxiety till I had that job. Anxiety is like butterflies that you can't seem to get rid of in your stomach. Panic attacks. And to cope with all of the depression and the anxiety and the misery, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled out of control. And I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story is resonating with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. Crying and stressing about bills and paychecks is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. My life was literally on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat, week after week, month after month, year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing. I used to think that there was something wrong with me for being depressed about it. No, anybody would be depressed with a life like that. It's nothing wrong with you. That's depressing for anyone. But now I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do and get paid for it. And that's what I want for you too. You can monetize anything. You see the darndest things on these online streets every single day. How many times do you scroll on your For You page and say to yourself, how the hell are they getting paid to do this? You were sitting there scratching your head. That's how crazy it is. But they are. How? Because they decided to let go of fear. They decided to try. You're not even willing to try. And I gotta say one last thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. If you work 8 hours or more a day, I hope you realize that you spend more time at work than you do with your family who loves you. You can't even stand your coworkers, but you're with them all day. Listen, I literally worked 9 to 5, okay? What should have only been a 20-minute ride into the city was over an hour because I'm in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, so 2 hours in the car, 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch break, that's 11 hours out of my day gone. It's gone. I'll never get that time back. It's over. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You are defeated. You only get a few hours to spend with your spouse or your kids before you got to put everyone to bed. And notice, they don't even get the best version of you. They don't get to experience the happy version of you. They don't get to experience the stress-free version of you. They don't get to experience the peaceful version of you. They get the miserable version. They get the anxious version. They get the unhappy, depressed version of you. You put everyone to bed, just to repeat the cycle again the next day. just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what are you even looking forward to? Because Friday, you still went to work. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you love. Sunday, not so much. Nope. Because you got to prepare for the work week. That means you got to cook. You got to clean. You got to go to the grocery store. And you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That is surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I know this. The God I serve, He loves me. He loves me. And let me ask you, if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be miserable? Why would He want me hating the life that He gave me if He loves me so much? He didn't. That's not why I'm here. Ladies, your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make somebody else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet in your house. There is something very, very, very special about you. He made you for a very special reason, and you should be monetizing it. But in order to do that, you are going to have to let go of fear. Sometimes life has a tendency to just beat us down. Just beat us down. And on your journey of life, somewhere on that path, you lost your light. It got dim. It got dark. Maybe it was a toxic relationship, toxic family, toxic friends, toxic job. Something happened. And now here you are today, doubting your ability to do this. But I'm here to tell you that you can. If you even had the thought, that's because you can. I believe all ideas that we have come from God. They're seeds that He plants, telling us, do this. Why would God plant a seed in an environment that couldn't harvest it? He wouldn't. So if you even thought it, that's because you can do it. He wouldn't give you an idea that you can't do. Wouldn't even cross your mind. But in order to do it, you are going to have to let go of the fear. Because if you don't, fear will continue to steal the very life from you that you have been dreaming about for years. You can do this, ladies. Yes, you can. Okay? Okay. I don't want to hear about fear no more. We getting that out of our system. No ma'am, no sir. No. Sales tip number 2, good morning. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business from scratch. But most importantly, we are building ourselves, the confidence, the discipline, the accountability, so that it actually gets done. When was the last time you prioritized yourself? Where do you fall on your list of to-dos? Some of y'all all the way at the bottom. Some of y'all didn't even make it to the page of the to-dos. Everybody comes before you. That's a problem. Because how can you get this done if you keep putting everyone before you? You can't. It's not gonna happen. So we gotta slice and dice. We're gonna have to start saying no. Because continuing to do what we're doing, which is putting ourselves last, isn't getting us anywhere. Because we're still sad, we're still depressed, we're still frustrated. Thank you, Carla. We're still all of the things. So we gotta change it. Because this is not working. Okay? All right, good morning. So sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Good morning. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy it. If they don't know you, not gonna buy it. And if they don't trust you, not gonna buy it. So how do we get people to like us? All right, let's talk about it. Okay. In your content, remember the content is just what we upload. So pictures, videos, if you go live, anything that you upload, that's content. We're gonna get the word out about our products and services through the content. In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. In other words, I need you to be yourself. You guys, people connect with people through emotions, okay? People connect with people when people can explain how it's gonna help them, they can understand how it's gonna help them, they can connect with you. They see themselves in you in some way, shape, or form. Something you said reminded them of something they were living with or dealing with. But in order to do that, we have to be ourselves. Some of you guys do a disservice to yourself because you're trying to be perfect in your content, but you're failing to realize that people cannot connect with perfect because nobody is perfect. And it's important that we build our community because it's our followers and our subscribers and our viewers who are going to buy our products. So yes, you have to be yourself. You have to be yourself. Now, sometimes the reason that you're struggling with being yourself is because you're just camera shy. So you just feel awkward. But I already told you how to solve that problem. Multiple times a day for 30-second increments, 2-minute increments, whatever. I want you to sit in front of the camera and talk to it, not to post. I don't care what you talk about, but you just need to talk to it. Because the more you sit in front of the camera, the more comfortable you start to feel. And now you're not awkward. Now it just flows naturally. And don't you dare tell me you don't have time, because that's a lie. That is a lie. Okay? And I also want you guys to understand this, for those of y'all who are living in fear and saying, well, what if no one likes me? That's impossible, because there are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. Okay? And I used to be fearful of that too. Ladies, the internet is everywhere. Okay? People all over the world are able to connect with you. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm just telling you this so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. There's a whole world of people who need you. You would be amazed at how many people you can help just because you decided to try and you post it. I can't make this up. I have women inside of Globe Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have been able to help women from Australia, Germany, Jamaica, the UK, France. I ain't never been in none of them places, but I was able to reach so many women, all because I let go of the fear and I posted the video. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then y'all watching wouldn't have been able to hear this. I wouldn't have been able to help you. But this is literally what you're doing to others, because you have the solution to their problem and they need you. But you won't post. Please, just post the videos. Just be yourself. Okay? Now, we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. All right, cool. Well, how do we get people to know us? How do we get people to know us? Okay. I need you to go live. Yes, and you can go live and be faceless. Everything that we're talking about also applies to my faceless creators. You're not getting out of any of this. Going live is by far the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best way. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you, engage and interact, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed as hell. You're just gonna say, Jazz, that's great, but I didn't wanna go live. I'm gonna just say, fine, don't. I told you, I'm not gonna try to convince you of anything. If you don't wanna go live, then don't go live. But I do wanna remind you that you also said that you did not want to go to work. You said you have the 2-week notice in the drafts waiting to hit send. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to build someone else's business, but they absolutely refuse to dedicate 30 minutes to building wealth for themselves. And then go sit there and say they don't got the time. But you are all caught up on Housewives. You are ready for the reunion tomorrow. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I need you to go live. Now, some of y'all are gonna say, well, Jazz, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just a little live shy. Okay. For my ladies on here who are live shy, listen to me. The only reason why you are live shy or camera shy is only because you just don't have enough experience doing it. It's not because you suck at life. It's not because this is not meant for you. It's just because you don't have enough experience. Maybe you did it once 6 months ago, but you haven't done it since. We have been on this live for 105 minutes. And one thing I know about people is this. If you're still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. Otherwise, you would have dipped. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer shy. I can't make this up. Ladies, everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. You've proven that to be true in your own life. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. You did not always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you did it consistently. You didn't always know how to drive, but now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to do it consistently. So just imagine if you went live consistently. Clock it. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Now we said people only buy from people they like, know, and trust. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get people to trust us? All right. There is a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock. People work hard for their money. Let's just be real. You work hard, I work hard. We're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, just sit this out and take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you. Now, first, what we got to do is remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that I can teach you that you don't already know. And there is no room for growth or improvement in your world. Fine. I'm not going to convince you otherwise. Keep thinking that. Now, for those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride and you recognize that there's room for improvement and you don't know everything, I'm talking to you. What we're going to do is we're going to go to your profile and we're going to ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Now ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, and you have to be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused why people are not buying from you yet. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Fix it. That is the beauty of life. That is the beauty of business. And that is the beauty of everything that we have talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want, you have full power to fix it. So if it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, fix it today and make it clear. So that when people go to your profile, they know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. I recognize that I am not the coach. I am not the mentor for everybody. Because believe it or not everybody wants to hear the truth. And more people would rather spend their time running from the truth than sitting with the truth. Because if you allow yourself the opportunity to sit with the truth, then you can fix it. But most people don't really want to fix any of their problems. They just want to complain and vent to anyone who's willing to listen. I'm not here for that. I'm going to tell you the truth so we can fix it. Everything that you're not happy with in your life, you can fix it. But you make the choice not to. That's a choice that you make. See, some of y'all have already been on this live. You've seen me before. Some of you guys are regular viewers. But no matter how many times I tell you to fix it, you still choose not to. If you have been on my live before, I have already told you how to stop being live shy. Just go live consistently. But you have still made the choice not to. If you are camera shy and you have been on my live before, I have already told you how to fix it. Get in front of the camera consistently. But you still make the choice not to. I have already told you to start a YouTube channel, and you still make the choice not to. These are choices that you make every day. See, the problem is we live in a trapped mindset. Most of us do. And you've been living in this trapped mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in one. And so you believe that how things are today is how it is always going to be, and you cannot fix it. You are stuck this way. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. You are not trapped. But in order for you to fix it, whatever it is that needs fixing, you are going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. But the problem is, you have become comfortable with being miserable. You have become comfortable with being depressed. You have become comfortable with living paycheck to paycheck. Because that's what you've been doing for a very long time. And you would rather stay in that lifestyle than to just take a half a step out. This comfort zone that you refuse to leave is killing you. It is. It is. That stress is killing you. That depression is killing you. But you would still rather stay in the zone that's not bringing you any happiness than to step out. Listen, I used to live in a trap mindset too. Yeah. I really allowed myself to believe that I was trapped at that 9-to-5 that was making me oh so miserable. I had options. You always have options. But a lot of times, the options that you have are going to require you to step out of the comfort zone. See, I could have quit my job and just moved back home. But then I wouldn't have my own apartment anymore. Oh, no. I would have to move back in with my mom. Oh, God, no. So rather than just deal with temporary discomfort, I decided to stay in my comfort zone and continue to be depressed and continue to be miserable at that job. I could have just got me some part-time jobs. Maybe I had to work 2 or 3, but at least I would have been able to leave the full-time job. But if I did that, well then, now I can't have weekends off. No, I need my weekends. No, I need my holidays. No. If I did that, what if I have to work nights now? No. I need my 9-to-5. That's the status quo. So instead of dealing with temporary discomfort, I made the choice to stay in my comfort zone, which was stay at that job and continue to be miserable, even though it was killing me. I chose to complain. I chose to vent. I chose to throw pity parties for myself. I chose to make excuses. I chose to distract. I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my entire life, which was leave. Could have just left. I was never trapped. You are not trapped. You are not trapped. Some of you guys believe that you can't fix the problem until you get more information. And you have convinced yourself that as long as you watch more videos, as long as you tune into more lives, as long as you archive more posts, then you'll be able to get more information, and then you will have the information that you need to fix it. That's really what you believe. But you are not lacking information at all. You have more information than you even know what to do with, because you are on social media all day. You have already watched all of the coaches. You have already archived all of the posts. You have already commented, liked, and shared. You have seen it all already. You are not lacking information. You are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute, which is why I made the key word of this live, execution, because you are not doing that. You are the woman who continues to talk about her problem, but there's no action behind it. You are the woman who talks about what she's going to do tomorrow, and tomorrow never shows up. You are the woman who is too busy to be working on your business because you would rather be watching Netflix and Hulu. That is you. And my question for you is this. How much longer are we going to keep doing that? Because I don't have to convince you. You can see this for yourself. It's not getting you anywhere. Where has it gotten you? Because you are still not 1000% happy with the direction your life is going in. The content is not contenting. The sales are not salesing. The business is not businessing. Your confidence is -50 and your self-respect is out the door because you talk to yourself crazy and then you have the audacity to allow other people to talk to you crazy to chip away at your confidence even more. At what point are you going to put yourself first? At what point are you just going to do the thing that you told yourself you're going to do so you can finally change your life? I keep telling you, the reason why you don't have confidence in yourself is because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. Every single time it's time for you to show up for yourself, you bail. Every time. You never put yourself first. And that's the problem. It's you. You are going to have to change because who you are today is not aligning with the version of you that you want to become. You want to become the woman who's confident, who follows through with what she says, who has discipline and standards for her life, who knows how to put herself first and not feel bad about it, who doesn't care what people think about her and is no longer people pleasing. That version of you, she's already within you, but the problem is she's buried under the fear and the limiting beliefs that you refuse to let go of. She's buried. And in order to become that version of you, you are going to have to change. You have done everything else but change you and what you do and how you show up for you. You have bought course after course. You have watched video after video. You have scrolled and scrolled some more. You have done everything except the one thing, which is change you. You gotta change. Some of you guys believe that you have all the time in the world to change. So if you make the choice not to change today, maybe you'll decide to change tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, maybe you'll give it another month. And if not next month, maybe you'll try again next year in 2027. We have become so entitled in life. And you've had this entitlement for so long that you don't even realize that you are entitled. Because I don't know why you think you have all the time in the world. How do you know you'll be here in 6 months? Who told you that? How do you know that you'll be around in 5 years? Who told you that? Because the last time I checked, tomorrow is not guaranteed. And instead of you living every day, fulfilled, living in your purpose, doing things that make you happy, being around those who truly value you, you would rather waste your precious time. Time is our most valuable asset. Some of y'all think it's money. Girl, it is not money. You can always make more money. If you lose $20, you can make $20 more. But you can never get back your time. Once you lose that time, it's over. You're not getting it back. 2025 came and left. You will not get 1 minute of that back. it's gone. Time is your most valuable asset. And I don't even have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself in your own life. Let me ask you, be honest, how many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it is 8:30 a.m. Wow, I cannot believe it is February 2026. Wow, I cannot believe I am 35 years old, or whatever age you are, insert there. If you're anything like me, you do that all day. So you can already see for yourself how fast time is moving. And you still choose to waste it. Stop wasting your precious time and get started today. You do not have as much time as you think you do. The life that you want for yourself, the business that you want for yourself is on the other side of the change that you have not made. Gotta change. And one of the toughest reality pills that I had to swallow in my own life is this. Your life is a reflection, a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Your life and the direction it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices that you make every day. It's an accumulation. I was 100 pounds overweight. Me being 100 pounds overweight was a direct reflection of the choices that I made every day. That's real. For those of you guys struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make every day. Now see, this is where some people's ego tries to come in and get in the way of the change that they need to make, because you're gonna sit there and say, no, Jazz, no, it is not my fault. I just don't make enough money. Okay, I have done the math. I do not have enough money I do not make enough money to pay my bills. The math ain't mathing. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. I'm gonna tell you why. Ladies, times have been hard. This did not happen last night. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started your YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started your TikTok account last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Our community, our viewers, our followers, our subscribers, those are the people who buy our products. But every day, You make the choice not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties for yourself. You choose to talk about what you can't do and you haven't even tried. You choose to tell yourself what you're not good at and what's not going to work. You choose to put other people before yourself. You choose this. And my question for you still remains. How much longer do you want to keep choosing that? Because you already see where it gets you. Nowhere. You are still not 1,000% happy with your life right now. You got to change. And look, I'm not perfect at all, okay? The version of me that you guys see today is a direct reflection of the changes that I had to make in my own life. A complete 180. I'm nothing like who I used to be a few years ago. I used to be 100 pounds heavier. I had tried to lose weight for years upon years. I was the infamous yo-yo dieter. Lose 20, gain 40. But I never did anything different than all the other times that I tried to lose weight. I just tried to pick up some fad diet. I tried to just go hard and do all this crazy stuff that wasn't sustainable, and it never worked. And I would find myself in the exact same place again, 100 pounds overweight. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. I decided to do something different this time. I hired a personal trainer. And then I fixed my mindset and my relationship with food. And this time around, not only did I lose 100 pounds, I've kept it off for 3 years now. Because I decided to change who I was. I used to be full of excuses. I had excuse after excuse after excuse. I used to be the queen of procrastination. Why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just do it later. And later never showed up. I used to be my biggest bully to myself. I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely horrible. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. Jazz, you're so stupid. What the hell is wrong with you? You could do that better. Why do we talk to ourselves like that? Just horrible. How could I be a successful entrepreneur when I'm calling myself stupid? I couldn't. I had to change that. Ladies, let me explain something to you. Your internal world reflects your external world. If you got chaos going on in this pretty head of yours, you got chaos going on in your real life. If you talk to yourself crazy, I know for a fact you got people in your real life disrespecting the hell out you. That's got to change. And quickly. If you wouldn't talk to a child like that, you have no business talking to yourself like that. It is not okay. Fix it. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, the problem would have just fixed itself. It would have just went away. No. Ladies, your problems do not fix themselves. They do not magically go away. They actually get worse until you decide to fix it. It gets worse. So whatever problems you got, they always get worse. See, I didn't have any money saved up before I quit. I quit during COVID. I had been at that job for 6 years. I couldn't take it anymore. I was turning 30 in a few months, and I was like, you know what? F y'all, I'm done. I put in my 2-week notice, and I was out the door. I also believe God told me the time to quit was then, so I listened. Now, My plan was to live off of my stimulus for a couple months. Okay, now I ain't have much stimulus 'cause I don't have any kids. So I only had about $2,000 to my name. And by the way, I had just bought a house. Hadn't even been in the house for a whole year yet. But I quit. Couldn't take it anymore. And my mortgage was $1,900. Okay, and I only had about $2,000 to my name. So the math was not going math. But I was being hopeful, and I just figured it would all work out. If I have to make a payment arrangement or 2 or 10, then I'll do that. But I couldn't take it anymore. So I left. So now I'm at home trying to do what y'all do. Watching the TikTok lives, watching the YouTube videos, just trying to make it all make sense. Digital products, content, monetization, platforms, algorithms, all of the things. See, the reason why my drinking problem got worse was because at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours. But now I'm at home and everything is shut down because it's COVID. I have nothing but time to drink. So that's what I did. I told you guys, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. See, I was lying to myself and telling myself I'm being productive and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but in fact, I wasn't because I was always drunk. Let's just be real. But I had ego back then. It was never Jasmine's fault. How could it possibly be me? It's not my fault because I'm not making sales. Nobody's watching my videos. Nobody's buying my stuff. But it's not my fault. It's YouTube's fault. It's not pushing my content. It's Instagram's fault. Instagram doesn't like me. It's always everyone else's fault, everything else's fault. It was never Jasmine's fault. Then I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm getting stressed. I'm running out of money and I'm not making any. And I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I quit and I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with my lights. They told me if I don't pay the bill on the day that we set, they're turning them off. There's no more arrangements. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're gonna start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in yet for a whole freaking year. I'm stressed and I'm pissed because it's not working. I was always drunk. But I didn't want to admit to myself that I'm the problem. I didn't want to say out loud that I have a drinking problem. Who wants to say that? I felt shame and guilt. So I didn't. I just continued to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I don't start drinking until after 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because in my mind, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So if I wait till after 11, even though I drink all day, every single day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, then I don't have a problem. And so therefore, there's nothing to talk about. What? I can't make this up. The worst lies are the lies that you tell yourself. But eventually, you're gonna hit a brick wall. And you're not gonna be able to keep running from yourself. You're not gonna be able to keep running from the truth. Eventually, God is going to make you listen. See, I believe God is within us, okay? So I have God within me, you have God within you, He's within us. How do I know that? Because those ideas that you get, those came from God. God plants seeds telling us, hey, do this, try this. That gut feeling, that intuition feeling that you get, that is God trying to warn you. But the craziest thing is, we spend so much time trying to avoid listening to God. We all want to say that we listen because it sounds good in conversation, it sounds good at the church, it sounds good on paper, but actions speak louder than words. We never want to listen to God. We spend more time trying not to listen. If that's not true, let me ask you, how many ideas did God give you last year that you didn't even try? If that's not true, well then let me ask you, how many times did you go against your gut feeling just to find out later you were right? We never want to listen to God. But eventually, He's going to make you listen. And I'll never forget. I was sitting on my bed and I was crying. I didn't know where else to go. I didn't know what to do. I thought I was about to lose my house. I felt like a complete failure. And I remember God asking me, Jazz, what are you doing? What are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I had been. He said the opportunity is literally right here in front of you and you're wasting it. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I have not had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales, all because I decided to change. I started to say nice things to myself. Never used to tell myself I can do it and I'm proud of myself. I never used to talk to myself like that. Now I'm talking to myself like that and I feel good. I'm starting to have this confidence about myself that I never had before. All because I decided to change. See, what I didn't realize back then and what a lot of people don't realize, in order to get something, you are going to have to give up something. In order to get something, you're going to have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God to give me for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more. Listen, I had just asked God to help me make $60,000 a year to replace my job. And I even started negotiating with that. I said, Lord, if you could help me make $45K a year, I'll make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job. Girl, God gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 1K Instagram followers. Shit, I don't know. I don't even know 10 people. God gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I don't know. I thought that'd be pretty cool. God gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. God gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, who I was back then didn't align with who I wanted to become. The version of me that y'all see today, who's confident in herself, who posts her content, doesn't care what people think, who knows she can follow through with the promises she makes, who has standards for herself, who doesn't tolerate disrespect from others, and who knows how to put herself first and not feel guilty about it. This version of me was buried under the fear and the limiting beliefs and the excuses and the procrastination and the distractions I refused to let go of. But once I did, I became my dream version. I was able to live my dream life. See, God has our blessings for us. But the problem is we delay our blessings. He designed you for them. And he is ready to give you everything times 1,000. But the problem is, he also gives us free will. So in other words, you can do whatever the hell you want to do. He's not going to stop you. But he will not give you the blessings that he has for you until you change and until you become obedient. So if you want to waste 5 more years, he'll let you. If you want to waste 20 years, he'll let you. Some people never get them because they never want to change. But when you change, when you listen, you get everything. More than you could have ever imagined. And yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every single day because you are so unhappy with the way things are right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Knowing deep down inside that you're worthy of so much more and not even living it is hard. I have been there. I have done that. I know. Stressing month after month about bills and how this is going to get paid. I've been there. I've done that. It's hard. I've lived both hards. But I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with happiness. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with the income that you need to build your dream life. Ladies, you can do whatever you want. There is no limitation on your greatness except the limitation that you put on yourself. If you even thought about making content, that's because you can. If you ever thought about building a business, that's because you can. If you ever thought about selling products, that's because you can. Otherwise, that idea would have never even crossed your head. But in order to actually get it done, you are going to have to stop holding you back. You are going to have to change. You can watch all the lives you want. You can spend the next 10 days watching YouTube video after YouTube video. But if you do not change who you are and the things that you do, you will still not get the results that you have always wanted. You're gonna have to change. For those of you guys who want to change, then I want to help you. But I can only help people who want it. I can't force change upon people who don't, and I don't want to. So if you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in and there's no room for improvements, then fine. Keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, then don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in and you want to change it, then I want to help you. See, inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to run your online business. I'm going to teach you how to start it and everything. Everything that you need to build your business is inside of Glow Up Academy. If you want to monetize your platform, so get paid for views like how I do, how my students do, fine, it's in there. It's all in there. If you want to create an ebook or a digital product, maybe you want an e-course, a private community, fine, I'll help you. It's all in there. If you want to get on TikTok Live or YouTube Live and sell your products how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do, fine, I'll teach you. It's all in there. Every single thing that you need to be successful with your business is inside of Glow Up Academy. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business, I am going to teach you how to build yourself. Because you are holding yourself back. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your confidence. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your discipline. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build your consistency. Inside Glow Up Academy, you and I are going to build a routine that works for you and your life and your responsibilities because you have time. You have time. So the time that you do have, that is the time that you and I are going to get it done. You have done everything except the one thing, which has changed you. We got to change you. We got to change what you prioritize. We got to change. Glow Up Academy is the space where not only do we build your business together, but we also change you so that you can finally become the version of yourself that not only starts, but actually follows through. Now, before I let you guys join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time, okay? Because believe it or not everybody has the same journey. Some people have a product, but no audience. Some people have an audience, but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Some of you guys have millions of great ideas, but you're trying to work on too many at once, and that's why nothing is getting done, because you're spreading yourself too thin. So together, you and I are gonna pick your favorite one. And we're gonna grow that. And then once that one is growing, then we'll reach back into the pile and pull another order of operations, okay? Some of you guys have no clue as to what kind of business you want to build, and that's fine. We'll figure it out together, okay? And then some of you guys don't want to build a business yet. You have other things that you want to work on. Maybe you want to lose some weight first. Maybe you want to build your credit. Whatever it is, we'll work on that, okay? So no matter where you're at in your journey, that's fine. I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm able to pour into everyone the way they deserve. That's why I cap it at 10. And once 10 people join, I take the link down. And you cannot join again until I'm ready to accept more people. Okay? Another thing, I'm only wanting to help people who want change. Okay? So I'm going to set a 10-minute timer. And when the timer goes off, I'm taking the link off. Okay? Women who know they want to change, that's who I'm here to help. Okay? You might not know how to change, and you don't have to. That's why I'm here. But I need you to know that you want it, okay? And women who want it, they move. They move, okay? You know you want change, and you know I can help you. That's why you're still here. So don't overthink like you always do. Just move. Just move with intention and just join. Because once the timer goes off, we're done. We are done, okay? One last thing before I let you guys join. Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever. You can't get rid of me, okay? I'm the gift that keeps on giving, all right? So because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I need you guys to confirm with me that you got your email when you enroll, okay? So I can make sure you're where you're supposed to be. I also want you guys to understand that Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, you will forever have access to everything that I put in there every single month. You will also always have access to our live coaching calls. Yes, we go live. We go live inside. You will also always have access to our Sunday resets. Those are our book clubs. Yes. And you will also always have access to ask me questions, feedback, ideas, whatever ideas that you have, any and everything, you will always have access to. It doesn't go away, it doesn't expire, okay? Once you're in forever. Now, because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I charge $597, and women join at $597, okay? However, you guys chose to stay. You took your notes, you asked questions, and you promised me you're gonna execute. And so because you guys are here and present, I'm gonna take the lifetime access price down. And I will leave it down for 10 minutes. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to get in, but once that timer goes off, I take the price back up. So don't hesitate. Women will literally hesitate and then message me later after the price went back up and ask me to take it back down. And I say no, because you overthought. And so they ended up paying $597. So just join. Stop overthinking and stop letting fear steal your dream life, because you know I can help you. Okay? All right. I'm going to show TikTok how to join first, and then I will show YouTube. YouTube, y'all's instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang tight. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, let me share my screen with you. Oops. Okay. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Now, this TikTok right here, where the overlay says why most beginners never make money on TikTok, y'all are on my main account. So it does not look like this. However, the link is still the same, okay? You're gonna click on the link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here. And you're gonna click on this red button right here that says open. And you're gonna click on this top button here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's typically $5.97, but I have marked it down to $2.49. It will stay $2.49 for the next 10 minutes, okay? Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email. You guys, sometimes the autocorrect gets you. And so you misspell Gmail or AOL or something small. But any small mistake keeps you from getting the email. So please make sure you quadruple check that, all right? You can use Afterpay or Klarna and break that payment up. And then you're gonna click this blue button, Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds tops, you should be receiving your first email from Stan. Quickly, it's actually more like 10 seconds. If 30 seconds have passed and you have not gotten that email, that's because there was a spelling mistake. But no worries, we will fix it right here on live. This is why I'm telling you guys, please do not leave until you confirm that you got everything, because I don't know what your email is supposed to be, so that's how I don't know if there was a mistake. So I need you to come back and let me know you got it, okay? If you did not get it, no worries, I'll fix it right here, okay? I'm not getting off live till everybody's where they're supposed to be. All right? I'm gonna show you guys again, and then I'm gonna show YouTube. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice, come to my profile. Now click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button that says open, and then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, y'all's instructions are just a little bit different. And I see you guys joining, just hang tight. I'm gonna go through and make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you have to leave my live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and you're gonna click this link here that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. It's blue. And then you're gonna click on this button, the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, become the woman who actually follows through. Like I said, it's already marked down from $5.97 to $2.49, and it will stay down for 10 minutes. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Use Afterpay or Klarna and then click Start My Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that first email from Stan, okay? Now, real quick before I start sending out the second email, ladies, this is important because some of y'all be forgetting. Once you guys are inside, if you've never been inside of a Skool community before, there is an inbox right here. There's an inbox icon right here, kind of like on iMessage where you got a message box. After I get off of this live, so the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna be sending you a message, okay? Because I wanna know more about you. What are you struggling with? What have you tried? What have you not tried? What are your ideas? I can't help you change and fix it and come up with schedules for you and check-ins if I don't know what's going on, okay? So I know sometimes you guys join quickly to get in and then you're gonna come back later. I need you to promise me that before you go to bed tonight, that you are going to respond to my message. We have wasted too much time. Time is of the essence. We're not gonna drag this out. So before you go to bed tonight, I need you to make sure you respond and tell me what's going on so that I know how to help you, so we can start creating the schedule and the routine for you, so that we can start building the structure, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message, please. Again, it's right here in the corner, okay? You got a message icon, so please make sure you check that, all right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer, and for those of you guys who are joining, I'm sending out the second email, you guys. Hold on, let me set the timer. The second email that you guys are gonna be getting is coming from Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? That second email that you are getting, I need you, when you get that email from me, I need you to open it and click where it says join. It's a yellow button, join now. And once you click that button, you are now inside of Glow Up Academy. This is how I keep it lifetime access and one-time fee, okay? So that's why I need you to confirm you got that too, okay? All right, I'm gonna start sending them out now, bear with me. And you guys, please do not leave my live till you confirm that you got your email. Please don't do me like that. Because some of y'all join and dip. Eliza, can you check your email? Shauna, can you check your email? I think Shauna's on this live. Shauna, check your email for me. And Hergy, can you check your email for me? And ARK, can you check your email for me? All right. I'm waiting on 4 ladies to, well, 3, because I think she left. I'm waiting on 3 ladies to check. I think one of you guys already left out of here. So please make sure you check your email and come back to this live and let me know you got your email, please. Do not leave it off your till you tell me you got your email. All right? I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my abilities to achieve them. Some of you guys don't believe in your dreams and your abilities to achieve them, and that's what we gotta fix. Because your actions speak louder than words. You say you believe in it, but what do your actions show? Because your actions are giving you never put yourself first. Your actions are giving you start and stop and give up and get frustrated. Your actions are giving that you don't even think that you're good enough to do this. That's what it's giving. And that's how we gotta fix it. How do we fix it? By keeping the promises that we make to ourselves and creating a routine that aligns with our life. People think that if you start a business that you're not gonna have time to do anything. That's not true. I don't know why people think that. That's the biggest misconception, but that is not true. But we do have to create a schedule that works best for you. One thing I know about me is I'm a morning person. I like to get my stuff done in the morning. Some people are night owls. They like to get their stuff done at night. Well, then that's what we're gonna build for you because everybody's different. Everybody is different. And a lot of times the reason why you're struggling with keeping the promises and staying consistent is because you're not creating a routine that aligns with your life. You're trying to do it at this time because that's what that person does, failing to realize y'all are 2 different people. Y'all have 2 different systems, 2 different nervous systems. So what may work for one may not work for another. That doesn't mean it can't work at all. It just means we have to change some things up because what you're currently doing or what you have tried to do didn't work. So let's do something different this time. Let's do something different. Yes, I'll show you. Okay. Let's see. TikTok. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you're gonna click on this red button that says open. And then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? And then YouTube, you're gonna have to leave my live, good morning. Click the link that says Glow Up Lounge HQ. You come to my channel and then click on that. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. And yes, I do have men in here as well. I just know most of my audience is women. Most of my audience is women. That's why I cater it to that. But I do have a lot of gentlemen inside of Glow Up Academy as well. Okay, let me check 1 second. All right, Aisha, can you check? I need you to confirm 2 emails. The first email came from Stan, and then let me know you got that second email from Jasmine Spencer. I know I sent yours. Let me show you what it looks like. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you guys what that second email looks like. It should not be in spam. It should not be in spam. You're more than welcome to check, but it shouldn't be in spam. So it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look like this. Jasmine Spencer invited you to join Glow Up Academy. Okay, so that's what I need you to confirm that you got. Because once you click on that email, there's gonna be a big yellow button that says join now. And I want you to actually join. I see 2 of you guys have already entered inside. I'm still waiting on 3 more people to enter, and I'm waiting on a couple people to tell me they got their email. Okay, so that's what I need you guys to do right now. Some of y'all be, what's the autocorrect? The Gmail gets y'all sometimes. I am confident in my abilities. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Aisha. Ladies, do not forget, before you go to bed tonight, I need you to respond to my message. I need you to respond to my message, okay? You have time. I can't help you if I don't know what is the problem. If you have a million ideas and you're trying to figure out which idea to do first, tell me all the ideas. And then we're gonna rank the ideas together and we're gonna figure it out. And that's what you're gonna go with, okay? It also helps if you tell me a little bit more about your story. A lot of times, for those of you guys who are trying to figure out what to sell, start with a transformation. That's what I've always done. Everything that I've always sold is something that I lived through. So, for instance, fitness and weight loss. I literally went on a weight loss journey and I put it on YouTube. And so I showed that. I showed the workouts I was doing. I showed the meals I was eating. I showed the things that I was battling with in my head. Like trying to curb cravings, trying to drink more water, trying to not give up when I'm not losing weight. Yes. And I recognize that if I'm struggling with that, lots of other people are struggling with it too. Sometimes we think we're the only one with that problem, but that's not true. That is not true. That is not true. I didn't realize how many people struggled with yo-yo dieting. Start or lose 20, gain 30, lose 15, gain 40. I thought that was just a me problem. No, no, no. And so a lot of times the product that you're trying to figure out what to sell is probably something that you've already gone through. I had a woman, she was trying to figure it out. And she was telling me things that have been going on in her life. And then she was like, yeah, and I just felt my life was falling apart when I filed for bankruptcy. And once I filed bankruptcy, my whole life changed. I was able to, start saving more money. I started living in my means, and my whole life changed. Now I can afford to do this and that. I was like, then that's what I want you to sell. Because the misconception is that if you file bankruptcy, your life is over and you're going to shits. And that's not true. That is not true. And she loved that topic because that's how she felt. That was her biggest fear, that she would never be able to live a normal life if she filed bankruptcy. And because that journey was so true to her spirit and was something that she lived, she took off. She hit the ground running. She was so excited about it. Now she's showing up. She was making her content about it. She finished her ebook quickly, because she finally had the idea that she had been looking for so long, and it was literally right in front of her face. And now she's excited about it. Now she's showing up, and she's so excited to get on live and talk about bankruptcy. And she's helping so many women who were in relationships, who were married and had to file bankruptcy, and getting their life back in order. Finding themselves after bankruptcy. And that's why I told you guys, selling is not hard. A lot of times you're trying to sell something that's just not true to your spirit. You might have bought something, a course to resell, but it's not really a lived experience that you went through, so you feel kind of awkward talking about it because it's really not something that you've done. It's just not you. And so that's why you're dragging your feet. I don't want to go live, or I don't want to post content, because it's just not even you. It's just not you. So this is why I say we get in our own way. I can't make this up. But once you have that product that just aligns with who you are, you've lived through it, you're excited about it, you see the vision now, you see which path you're going in. I can't make this up. It's so easy to show up. It becomes the thing in your day that you get to look forward to doing. And that's what I keep stressing. The reason why we are depressed, the reason why we're anxious is because we do not have enough things in our day that make us excited. So obviously you're going to be sad. But now, when you have something to look forward to every day, something to create about, something to help people with, something that you know about, so now you feel smart. Now you feel like you're good at something because you have a lived experience and you're selling it. I can't, I really cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. It really is that. But so many people get in their own way, and you've been getting in your own way for so long that you don't even know you're getting in your own way, and you refuse to get out your way. Okay, let me check. You just refuse to get out your way. Okay. Yes, check your email for me, please, and let me know. Chrissy. Okay, check your email for me and let me know you got both emails, please. All right. I'm gonna show you guys one more time and then we're gonna close it out. YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, leave the live, come to my channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we go. Become the woman who actually follows through. TikTok. Okay. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You can come to my profile. Oh, that's our timer. Come and click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click this red button that says open. And then same thing, Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access top button, okay? Anyone else before we head out? I still see 3 people on my site. If you're about to enroll, let me know. I'll keep the price down for a few more seconds. If not, I'm taking it back up. Okay. Also, you guys, please make sure you follow me so you do not lose me. They do steal my videos and they make fake accounts. And then they're gonna turn around and message you. And then they're gonna be trying to finesse you. So please don't let that happen. Just make sure you follow me. You too, make sure you guys subscribe. And for those of you guys who are on the fence, listen, you can keep doing what you've been doing, but you already know where that's getting you. Nowhere. Because as soon as I end this live, you're gonna go hop in somebody else's. And it doesn't matter whose live you watch. It doesn't matter how many videos you archive. At the end of the day, if you do not change the things that you are doing, there's no amount of videos and there's no amount of lives that's gonna change it for you. You have to decide, look, I'm tired of getting in my own way. I'm tired of holding myself back and I wanna change. And that's what I wanna help you do. If you're struggling with consistency, together let's create a schedule that works for you. Let's create your starting point. Allow me the opportunity to hold you accountable. I can't check in if you don't join, okay? Thank you guys so much. I truly enjoyed you. Have an amazing Saturday. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping in now. You'll get a message from me in the next few seconds. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. Bye, you guys.